Hi all, it's Liz, your highly caffeinated Wednesday host for Subweek on the Pagan Perspective. This week's topic comes from TalitaBorealisEN, who asks, have you ever thought about if you are dragging past life's curses, vows, or contracts you've made or were the object of? Maybe this is why you and your close family have been having for years financial, health, or love problems. What do you think of this, and what would you do to get rid of them? Well, to be honest, I don't really think that any curses and vows and things like that, things that you make or that are made against you in the physical world in a past life, I don't think that that is something that follows you. I think that once you leave that past life, because you have no memory of it in your next life, you don't have any way of giving it power, and therefore it doesn't have any way of coming with you. I think that you do bring baggage from one life into the next, but I think that all that baggage is stuff that you basically pack yourself. I do think that you do have obstacles that are put in your path in every past life, obviously, but I think that they're not there to hinder you. They're not curses or anything like that. They're there to help you grow, to help you learn, to help you expand your mind and expand your heart and expand your body. I think that there's nothing malicious about any of your trials. It's only how you perceive them. And that's not to say that malicious things don't happen to you. There are some very terrible things that happen to everyone, but I don't think that they are ever sent by a higher power or by a larger force with a malicious intent. I guess it's the old adage, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. You know, everything that's put in your path is there so that you can overcome it. It's not there to stop you. It's there so that you will fight through it, and so that you will help yourself and possibly help others. And so I think that things like curses and vows and contracts and things like that, if they are made in a past life, they stop in that past life. And anything that happens to you in your next life is all your own things that you are bringing to the table. It's all there. Wherever you are lacking, an obstacle presents itself so that you are no longer lacking in that area. So if you are having problems with money and health and love and any other aspect in your life, I think that you shouldn't look outside for the cause of your troubles. I think you should look inside and see that it's not so much the troubles that come to you, it's how you face them and how you overcome them. I mean, if you keep having the same problem over and over and over again that's happening to you, maybe the real issue isn't who's doing this to me. Maybe the real issue should be, how am I solving this problem each time it comes up in my life? Maybe there's a different tactic I need to take to get this finalized once and for all. I mean, there's a quote, I think it's Albert Einstein, that says that madness is approaching the same problem over and over and over again in the same way and expecting a different result. And again, I want to stress that I'm not in any way, shape, or form saying that you deserve to have bad things happen to you or that you deserve to have all of these trials come in front of you. Not at all. I don't think that anybody deserves anything like that. I think that many bad things that happen are there to teach us and to help us grow. When you push through and you persevere and you come out on top, that's what makes the trial worth it. That's what makes the struggle and the hardship worth it. When you come out on the other side and you are all the stronger for it. So when somebody puts a problem in my path, I bitch and moan. I won't lie. I absolutely do. But eventually, once that has stopped being fun, I push through. I pick myself up, I dust myself off, and I start all over again. Because what's the alternative? To keep being a victim, to keep being the person that this happens to over and over and over again? no, that's not me, that's not who I am. If I choose to walk a path, then I'm going to walk that path no matter what falls in front of my feet. And I may take a detour every now and then, and I may find a better path along the way, but no matter what course I've laid out for myself, I'm going to fight for it, and I'm going to fight through it, and I'm going to learn from it, and it is going to make me a stronger, better person. And that's just the way it is. That's just how it's going to be. So I think that while I don't agree that you can bring curses and vows and contracts from one past life to the next, I do think that hardships happen for a reason, and I do think that the way to get rid of them, as the question was asked, I think the way to get rid of them is to work through them. If you have a knot in a rope, the best way to get rid of that knot isn't to cut the rope and pull it free. It's to work it out, to get it done, to pull it through and to get it straight. And I think it's kind of a convoluted analogy, but it works for me. To give an example, in my younger years, I had the worst problems with love, with finding someone who meant something to me. I found all sorts of guys and girls who loved me and who wanted relationships with me, and I didn't really feel it, so I ended up treating them like crap. And then when the relationship was over, I would beat myself up. Oh my gosh, how could you treat them like crap? They were so nice, and blah, blah, blah. And I kept having the same problem over and over again. It would always happen. It would always happen. And finally, I just got flippin' sick of it. I got tired of always being that person. I got tired of always feeling that way. I got tired of always treating people that way. That wasn't who I was, and that wasn't who I wanted to be. And so I said, no more. I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm not going to keep people at a distance. I'm not going to keep them at arm's length so that I don't get hurt. The next person that I find that I have a chance with, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be completely honest. I'm going to work with them, and if they want to be let in, I'm going to let them in. And that next person was my husband, and we've been together for 9 years now. Married 7, and we've been together for 9 years. That's almost a decade, which is crazy. It makes me feel kind of old, but in a good way. And so it was just one of those things that I had to recognize the problem. I had to figure out how to fix it. And there were trial and error. There absolutely were a whole lot of trial and errors. And I just had to keep trying and keep pushing through. And if solution 1 didn't work, then I would go on to solution 2. And if solution 2 didn't work, then I would go on to solution 3. And I would keep trying and keep trying until I got it right. And if it hadn't worked out with my husband, if he hadn't been as wonderfully patient as he turned out to be, then I would have tried again with someone else. And I would have kept trying different ways of solving that problem until I got it right, because I wanted to get it right. I wanted to overcome that block in my brain that wasn't allowing people in. And it very well could be that the problem is the solution. For my friend, she's one of those people that just go, go, go all the time. She never stops. She's got 2 kids, and she's a stay-at-home mom, so she's always doing school functions, and she's always running over here to this charity, and she's doing volunteer work, and I do not know how many hours are in her day, but there's certainly more than there are in mine. And she quite literally, she never stops. She never stops talking. She never stops moving. She's always go, go, go. And then one day she was helping a friend move. Not me. It wasn't my fault. She was helping a friend move, and she hurt her back, and she hurt it really badly. And she had to, doctor's orders, she had to lay on the couch or in bed for like forever, it seemed like. I'm sure it seemed like so much longer to her. But that problem of the back pain was also her solution, because while she was stuck in bed, she finally got to relax, and she finally got to rest, and she finally got to take care of herself and focus on herself for a while rather than on going out and helping other people. So while some problems have to be overcome and pushed through, there are other problems that you just have to experience, and you have to learn from that experience. So I think it just depends on the problem, and it depends on, I think that the solution just depends on the problem. Okay, that's all for me. As I said before, I'm super caffeinated, so I'm going to go like a little whirly bird and clean a bunch of stuff. Alright, see y'all later. I hope you'll have a great rest of the week. Bye-bye.